Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sports Blitz here, and we're back with another NFL mock draft. The NFL Combine for 2022 is finally completely over, and there were a lot of players that had really good performance. A lot of risers, a lot of fallers. I talked about most of them in my mock draft yesterday, but that was also before the DBs completed their workouts. So, there's going to be more fallers there, more risers. So let's go ahead and get on into it. And yeah, let's go. So with the number one overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Evan Neal. I still just don't really see them. I mean, I can still see them taking Aiden Hutchinson, but I just feel like Evan Neal is a better prospect and they need a tackle more than edge, in my opinion. But not for the Lions. The Lions are the opposite. They need an edge, so they take Aiden Hutchinson. Here for the Texans, I already know how much you guys are going to blast me in the comments here, but I'm going to have them take Ahmad Gardner. I don't know that they have ever had an elite corner of Ahmad Gardner's, level. If Gardner really works out what we're expecting of him, he's going to be an absolute beast for that defense. Really, I think it's a pretty decent fit too. Like, I really like the fit. So, yeah, Ahmad Gardner to the Texans. So then the Jets are now on the board, and they actually have to choose now because both Kayvon Thibodeaux and Jermaine Johnson are on the board. So is Ikem Ekwonu. I think he's an option there, but I think we're going to pass on him right now because really, I think their offensive line is fine. And honestly, they could even get another guard or even a center in free agency if they're that worried about it. I don't think they want to pass out or pass up on one of these edge prospects. I really like both Kayvon Thibodeaux and Jermaine Johnson. Before Jermaine and Kayvon were like neck and neck for me, and they still are. Like, they're still neck and neck for me, but they both rose their stock even more for me. Like, I think Jermaine is a guy that I think more people should at least consider in the top 5, or bare minimum top 10. I don't think he deserves to fall out of the top 10. But right here, we're going to go with Kayvon Thibodeaux. He really impressed me with his interviews. He tested really, really well. He looked powerful. He looked fast. I liked what I saw. So Jets take Kayvon Thibodeaux right there. So then here with the 5th pick, the New York Giants go ahead and take Ikem Ekwonu. Finally get a good tackle to go opposite of Andrew Thomas and protect Daniel Jones. Here for the Panthers, honestly, if we were doing trades here, I think it'd be smart for the Panthers to try to trade down a couple spots. See if they can't get some more value and still get a quarterback. But there's also some quarterback hungry teams here. Malik Willis really rose his stock with the combine. I don't know how late he's going to go. I'm hearing more and more talk of him going in top 10. And I really don't think it's a smokescreen. So we're going to go ahead and have him go to the Panthers here at 6. So then at number 7, the Giants are on the board. And, I'm just going to say right off the bat, I usually have the Giants double dip on offensive line, take Tyler Linderbaum here. I think this time we're going to go ahead and snag. I think we're actually going to go ahead and actually have them take Jermaine Johnson. The dude is just an absolute beast. Guys, like, if I personally was a Giant fan, I'm not. I'm a Panthers fan. But if I was a Giants fan, I would be very happy with Jermaine Johnson. I think the dude is an absolute unit. Then for the Falcons at number 8, You know what? I think we're going to have a run on edge rushers here. We're going to have Trayvon Walker go. Them Georgia boys really, really performed at the combine. They put on a show, you know, all of those defensive linemen there. Nakobe Dean, worked out well. Like, basically everyone on that Georgia defense that was at the combine played or performed well. And really the Falcons need pass rush so much. Trayvon Walker's he's gonna help a lot, and he can help on the interior as well. So then at number 9, the Broncos are on the board. They need a quarterback. They really do. I expect them to be very, very active. In the Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers and maybe Russell Wilson sweepstakes. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be traded personally, but I expect them to be really active in some of these trade talks. But if they don't get a trade done, I'm not sure they're really going to go after a draft quarterback. We'll have to see what happens. So for the time being, I think we're going to go ahead. I think with Hutchinson, Thibodeaux, Jermaine Johnson, and Walker all off the board, I don't think the Broncos go edge. I think there's a good chance they can get Von Miller back. He was kind of joking around earlier that he really wants to come back, and I don't know if it's really smoke. I could see him actually wanting to come back. So that'd be interesting. So then in that case, I'd say they go best player available, which in this case, I'd say is probably Kyle Hamilton. Here at number 10, the Jets are on the board. I think we're gonna go ahead and go. I'm really tempted to go Derek Stingley. I mean, he's a baller. Like I get he's had injury concerns. I get that it's been a while since he's really been able to, put out tape. But when he's out there, he plays really well. So I think the Jets should definitely at least consider it here. But we're instead going to go ahead and give Zach Wilson a weapon. And even after the combine, Treylon Burks is still my number 1 receiver. I know people were worried about his 40 time. It was a 4.55. Really, for a dude that size, I think he's fine. Yeah, I think Burks is gonna be just fine. I think he's deserving to go in top 10 here, or at least top 15 if he doesn't go in top 10. At least top 15. But here at number 11, Washington is on the board. Guys, I think they're the favorites for Deshaun Watson, if I'm being honest. I really think they're the favorites for Deshaun Watson. I'm kind of tempted to just mimic a trade here and give the Texans another pick. Just because, I really think he's going to go to Washington now. They have been so vocal about how badly they want a star quarterback, and I don't think it's going to come through the draft for them. I think they want to trade. So I'm really tempted to just trade here, but like I said earlier, we're not doing trades in this mock. So we're going to go ahead and go instead. I think we're going to go with Derek Stingley. Their secondary just was really underwhelming this last year. Their pass rush looked good, but their secondary was just really bad, and they need help. But then the Vikings are now on the board, and, well, unfortunately, Stingley and Gardner are off the board, so Vikings, I think in this scenario, would really be considering either trading back or really just going best player available. I think 12 may be a little bit early for Booth. I think earliest I'd take him is probably, I'd say earliest is probably 19 with the Eagles pick there. So I think right now, honestly, I think we'll go Charles Cross. Because you have a combination with him and oh, what's the name of the tackle that they drafted out of Virginia Tech last year? I can't think of his name right now. Anyways, they drafted the tackle out of Virginia Tech last year, and he played really well. So you pair those two up, whoever they have at quarterback, whether it's Kirk Cousins or Kellen Mond or someone else, they're going to be protected. I think they'll be just fine. So I really like Charles Cross of the Vikings. All right, so then here for the Browns, I think we're going to go ahead and go with Garrett Wilson. He had a really good combine performance. Really, both Ohio State boys did. Chris Olave had a really good one as well. Honestly, overall, I'd probably rank Chris Olave a little bit higher than Garrett Wilson, but I think Wilson is a better fit for the Browns because of the system they run. So then for the Ravens here, I think in this case, I think they really want to improve the interior interior offensive line. Sorry, I was thinking of another prospect for a second. Interior offensive line. So we're going to go with Tyler Linderbaum here from Iowa. Here for the Eagles, guys, I know Devin Lloyd didn't really have as good of a combine as I expected. I expected him to test out a lot better than he did, but we've seen it on tape. The dude can play. I don't think he should fall too much. So we're still going to have him go to the Eagles. I think he's an awesome fit there. So we're having him go to the Eagles. Then for their next pick, I think we're going to go ahead and give them... I think we give them David Ojabo. And then the Chargers are... Chargers are on the board now, and I think... Sorry, guys. Just a sec. Sorry about that, guys. I had something stuck in my throat. I apologize. Here for the Chargers, I think we're going to go ahead and just give them Jameson Williams. The reason for that is I expect them to lose Mike Williams in free agency. And Mike Williams, like, when he is, when he has really gotten going for, well, in a game, he looks really good. But he's super inconsistent. I think Jameson Williams can be a more consistent version of that. Justin Herbert has one of the stronger arms in the league, and Jameson Williams is going to be one of the faster receivers here in this draft. I really think it's a good fit. But that also kind of takes away the Saints option there because they wanted to take him as well. So with the guys available, and really, I don't know for sure. They might not re-sign Jameis Winston. I personally think they should. I think he is... I think he's worth re-signing and giving a shot. But it's almost kind of looking like they're not going to. So if not, Kenny Pickett would be a really good replacement there. And really, if he works out and Malik Willis works out, him being in the same division with Malik Willis, like, those two playing twice a year, it's just going to be an awesome battle. Like, I think that'd be really cool to see. But then here at number 19, the Eagles are on the board. And like I said earlier, I think Andrew Booth deserves to go at 19. I probably wouldn't take him earlier just because against some of the bigger receivers like Mike Evans, he tends to struggle a little bit against those types of guys. But overall, he's a really, really good corner. I don't understand why so many people don't like him. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with Andrew Booth. 20, the Steelers are on the board, and we're going to go ahead and give them Trevor Penning. They really want a tough, mean tackle on the edge, and, well, Penning is that type of guy. Then the Patriots are up. We're going to go ahead and go... I think we're going to actually go with Drake London. Give Mac Jones a weapon there. Here for the Raiders, which I'll be honest, I don't know if he's even going to make it this far down, but we're going to go with Jordan Davis. The dude absolutely blew up the combine. He was everywhere, man. Like, I loved watching him at the combine. He really tested like a freak. So yeah, it was awesome. So the Raiders getting a big interior D lineman to help stop the run is really going to help them. But then the Cardinals are on the board, and they get Trent McDuffie, who I thought had a pretty solid combine. I don't know that I'd say that it was like, you know, it wasn't one that was like, you know, he was popping off the screen the same way that Ahmad Gardner was, or, you know, guys like that. But McDuffie, really, you see it in his tape. And he's a fast corner, too. I don't remember the exact number, but I want to say he ran a sub 4.4. So yeah, he's a fast corner. But yeah, I think really regardless, the Cardinals are going to want a corner, and, well, he's a good guy to go after. 24, the Cowboys are on the board. I'm going to give them Zion Johnson. I think he's a little bit better than Kenyon Green now. He had an amazing combine performance. Really, I think he's a guy that deserves to go higher. So if any of those teams are really looking for a guard, he could very well be gone before this point. Because I know I would rank him really high, but I don't know how high a lot of other teams would rank him compared to, you know, the needs they have. So, I don't know. But I really like Zion Johnson. Then the Bills go ahead and take Kenyon Green. I mean, Kenyon Green, I still think can be a Pro Bowl guard, you know, after a year or two. I think he has really good mechanics. Yeah, he didn't test out quite as well at the combine. He's not quite as much of an athlete, but he can move guys off the line of scrimmage. For the Titans, we're gonna go ahead and give them Nakobe Dean. Bucks, we're gonna go ahead and give them Chris Olave. Good replacement for Antonio Brown. Packers, we're gonna go ahead and give Jahan Dotson. He had a really, really good combine performance. Dolphins, I'm going to go ahead and actually give them Devontae Wyatt. He also had a really good combine performance. Chiefs, we'll go ahead and give... I'm going to go ahead and give them Daxton Hill because, I mean, Tyrann Mathieu probably going to leave in free agency. Bengals, I'm going to go ahead and give them Bernard Raymond. I've explained this. Excuse me. I've explained this one a few times. He also had a really good combine performance. I think he'll be fine. I think I think people are really overlooking him. But then lastly, for the Lions, I'm gonna go ahead and give them this time I'm gonna go ahead and give them Christian Harris. He tested like an animal at the combine. I don't think he gets talked about enough when he really should. So yeah, go Christian Harris there to the Lions. Overall, let me know what you thought of this mock draft in the comments section below. Let me know if there's any guys that you think I'm too high on or too low on. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.